we go through a lot of pain. The intensity differs, but unfortunately, we internalize the struggles because we don't want to bother other people with them, or perhaps pride. Or it could even be that we don't recognize, we yet to recognize that we are actually struggling. However, if you recognize them, it is important, soothing, and therapeutic to speak. While speaking, you might be helping someone. One of those days while I was surfing the internet, I came across what we call imposter syndrome. I read extensively about it and I was like, tired. You're suffering from this. That was why this post by Sean, the original mentor, caught my attention. He spoke about weight we all need to lose. He listed, I think, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Number 1, regret. 2, imposter syndrome. 3, lack of self-worth. 4, guilt. 5, hunger. 6, judging. I'm going to do a summary about it, but I'm going to do a series eventually because I need to talk extensively about 2 or 3 about it. So let's get to it. Regret is a feeling of sadness, repentance, or disappointment over an occurrence or something that has once been done or failed to do. It is an emotion elicited by unfavorable consequence of bad decision in the past. It makes you wish a different decision was made. It is usually related to perceived opportunity as regards to account. Regret is an emotion elicited by unfavorable consequence of bad decision made in the past. It makes one wish a different decision was made. It is usually related to perceived opportunity as regards to action versus inaction. It is believed they are intertwined with timing, as regret stemmed from action gets more intense in the short term, meaning that regrets that emanate from things you have done get intense over a short term, whereas regret of inaction, something you didn't do, are more intense over a long term. Regrets originally should spur corrective action. It's a part of learning process, bringing improvements in life circumstance. Alas, some people dwell on this regret till it becomes a problem. I can identify with that. Anyway, it makes them stagnant, especially when they perceive they have limited opportunity to correct them. But if future consequence of not fixing or moving on with the said regret is considered, and dwelling more on how it can be avoided is done, that regret problem can be stifled out. Another thing which caught my interest is the imposter syndrome. This is a dirty little secret many high achievers share. They feel their accomplishment is a stroke of luck. This makes them feel like fraud. Let me mention again. I identify with this. This is a major problem I'm dealing with. It's a psychological issue that makes evident, skilled, and quite successful individual believe they are inadequate and incompetent failures. It sounds like it's not possible, right? But it's very, very possible. Very, very possible. Because I that I'm speaking suffer from this. Anyway, there are different classes of imposter syndrome. This is really messy and can cause a lot of havoc. If you feel you fall under this umbrella, it's important you identify the different class or type that exists. A Dr. Valentine Young did an extensive study and made 5 different types or category. She categorized them. Anyway, so the first one is the perfectionist. The second one, the superwoman or man. The third one is the natural genius. The fourth one is the soloist. The fifth one is the expert. How many did I mention now? All right. So I've mentioned 5. Let's talk about the perfectionists. They set unnecessary targets, unnecessary high standard for themselves. So when they don't meet up, self-doubt. Why is my English doing me like this? Self-doubt creeps in. Yeah, they feel very inadequate. They feel they don't measure up. Let me mark perfectionist as one of the grades. Let me continue. For myself, I'll be perfectionist. All right. Okay, we have the superwoman or superman. They are phonies. Do you know what phonies mean? Like they try to cover up, to pretend. They don't want people to see actually what's going inside. These people do a lot of cover up work. They work so hard, they push themselves. All you're trying to do is to cover up that insecurity that lies deep down. If you are the person or you have noticed someone that closes from work later than their team members, they feel fatigued when they are not doing anything or when they try to relax. Yeah, it happens to me a lot. I just feel like, why are you wasting your time, They feel stressed while trying to relax. Isn't that a problem? That's a problem. So, if you feel that way or you know someone that feel that way, tell the person to watch out. They are suffering of a kind of imposter syndrome. How many? That's already 2 over 2 for myself. The next one is the natural genius. They feel really bad when they take longer time to achieve things. They feel they need to do things fast, quickly, and they feel so bad when they are taking more times to achieve things that people are doing faster. No, I don't fall under that category. I don't rush myself. No. We have the soloists. The soloists don't ask for help. They refuse assistance when offered because they want to prove their worth. No, I don't fall under this. No. I'm quick to ask for help. When I see you doing what I can't do, I reach out. So no. Meaning that you don't have to fall under all what I'm listing now. So okay, I've struck 2 out of 5 Abi. Okay, so let's now go to the last one, the experts. They believe they will never know enough. They fear being exposed as inexperienced or unknowledgeable. They measure their competence based on what and how much they know they can do. This is me. This is me. You see, people in this category, they shy away from applying for job. You see people like that staying on a job for a long time. Well, it's not compulsory anyway. I'm just saying, and I'm also using myself as an example anyway. Or they constantly seek for training. Presently, as I speak to you, I've paid premium, a lot of money for trainings that I barely scratch. Once I see training, I hop on it. I need this. This thing, I know it all, but I want more. Let me give you an example. I should have done a Canva class. Yes, I should have monetized my knowledge of Canva. But I keep saying, anytime I want to do it, I keep saying, no, I don't know enough. I will see another Canva training, I'll pay for it, and I'll be like, bullshit, what did this person just teach me? I know more than this person. But till now, I'm here to to make my own training, to monetize for myself. So you see, I fall under this category. People that fall under this category, they shudder, they shrink when someone says you're an expert. I do this a lot, so. When people say, oh, you're good at what you do. This, I'm like, no, what do I know? You see, there are advantages to these things. You see, if you constantly seek for knowledge, it's good. But sometimes when you do it a lot, you procrastinate. Yeah, things you should do, you will not do it because you feel you don't know enough. So what we can do for ourselves, we that fall under this category, fine. As you begin to learn, like, okay, you need to get more knowledge, immediately start to practice it, put it to practice, so it will not look like another wasted effort. Because there is nothing bad in seeking knowledge. Just don't procrastinate. So now that we have listed the 5 types of imposter syndrome, I think 3 fits my description out of 5. Anyway, now let's talk about lack of self-worth. Lack of self-worth can be referred to as low self-esteem, characterized by lack of confidence. That feeling of incompetence, don't get it twisted. Some people will say, it's humility, that person is humble, But I dare say that forward-looking individuals suffers from this too. Those forward-looking individuals, those people that you see that are bold, blah, 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 it could be their way of run away. Will I say run away? Their way of running from their reality. So, if you know me personally, you might not agree with what I am about to say. But somehow, this self-esteem issue is also an issue with me. But before you disagree, let me just list 9 signs that might just seem that one is suffering from low self-esteem. Difficulty in speaking up. Feeling guilty at every action. That's why you find most of us always saying, I'm sorry. Yeah. Always going with the flow. People that always go with the flow, like they don't have a mind of themselves, of theirs. Yeah, it's also a sign. The undeserving feeling. Like you feel that good things should not come your way and all. It's also a sign. Not making your choices. Allowing people push you around, allowing people make choices for you. Yeah, that's a sign of low self-esteem. Doing things, buying gifts for people to make you feel among, to make you feel accepted, even though you know these people won't appreciate you. It's also a sign when you are always seeking validation. How many have I listed? I've listed 8, Abby. Well, no. None of those 8 fits me at all. No. I'm, in fact, opposites of those things I just listed. But this last one that I'm about to say, that is why I'm saying that I think I fall under this category. Though people that know me and really know me will say no, because I do the opposite of the 8 things I just listed. Now, it's called abusive internal dialogue. You know, most times when you're on your own and you're telling me and you're telling yourself that, oh, you're worthless, oh, you're so slow, no, you're not achieving this, start saying negative things to yourself. I don't know if you can identify with this, but it happens to me. That's why I think I might fall under this category. This thing is self-damaging, and it is important that if you fall under this category, learn to build your self-confidence. It's unfortunate that some people deceive themselves or they don't realize that they suffer these things, but sometimes it's good to just audit yourself and be true to yourself so that you can get better. Now, let's talk about guilt. Guilt is just an unhappy feeling initiated as an aftermath of doing or thinking you have done something wrong. This can be normal because it could be a useful emotion as it makes you more constructive because you know you can do better. It can also be an indicator of your moral and ethical standard. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. But it could be an indicator of underlying problems, and it could also be damaging when it becomes excessive, all-consuming, and interfere with your daily living. An exaggerated sense of guilt that goes out of proportion to the original situation that is disturbing you can ultimately lead to depression and low self-esteem I just discussed. Okay, I would make sure that this will be included in that series I said. There would be subsequent edition of this. I don't know if it will be 2 or 3. I'm also going to discuss about low self-esteem and imposter syndrome. Also regrets. What's wrong with me? It's like I'm going to talk about almost everything I've said. Anyway, let's talk about anger. Anger is a strong feeling of annoyance, displeasure, because of something wrong or bad. It is not healthy if it's done excessively because it could impede your productivity. Let's also talk about judging. Judging is an opinion or decision based on only thoughts rather than something tangible. Now, based on judging, what I can just say about this is instead of just laying back and analyzing situation that doesn't seem to look as what you perceive, why not dive in? Don't be scared. Most times it's fair that causes this. Why not dive in, experience it, and make informed decision? So I think this is a long summary of what Sean listed, and it is non-exhaustive. There might be more things, more weight that one needs to share, but based on this, I'm also going to do more series. I'm first going to talk about the imposter syndrome after this, so please stay tuned. I hope you got value from this, or it ministered to you. I'm not a pastor.